Hello, welcome to my world. It's Sunday. I hope you're there. We have some problems. I have a new thing. Well, it's a very old thing, but today I'm going to add it to Sundays. And it's my bubbles came. And my mother always used Dawn dish soap. And I think it's a better idea. But I have to talk to you tonight because it's Sunday. And what is Sunday? It is Ding the Bell. And we have major problems and we have to discuss it. It's going to be on the table because it's dinner time. And dinner time will be coming shortly. There is so much to talk about. And welcome to my world. My name is Colleen Liz Frost. I am in development. And this is our last week here. And I will be moving. I have a forklift coming. We're going to be using a forklift. It feels like it's been a forklift kind of month. And I want to put the problem on the table right away. You know, it's funny when you have been a parent on purpose. It is, my son always wanted me to get a headset. And, you know, he was young when he got his first headset. And I never did. I never put him in my head. And even like with my dad, I had a headset of somebody gave me those Apple things. And I just put one in. Well, I have lost one of them, and a couple years ago. I can hear my dad, just like as a parent, I can hear everything. And I don't watch TV, and I am very picky about what I put in my head. So now that I'm very social on this social network thing, I'm reading my wall more. And on my wall became I saw a person's problem. So I am more exposed now to this social networking. And on Sundays, I've just decided that I am going to put other people's problems on my table. And this is the second one now for a fundraiser that I'm deciding to really highlight. Today, I want to start with a quote from my Rocky. If there is something you want to do, if there is something you got to do, then do it. Fighters fight. Rocky Balboa. And when you are, I am a coach and I have been coaching my son all of his life and I continue to do that. I am excited to tell you that when you are a cancer survivor, there is a thing called remission. And when you are in remission, you are constantly on a mission. And I have this young woman here that I highlighted on my Facebook wall below. Her name is Carissa, and I am just shocked by what she is facing. She is obviously facing something very challenging. I don't know her, but I just want to tell you that we're going to talk about her just lightly here today. I did post a link about her mission, and it's funny. We grew up in the supper club business, and we did not have chicken, ribs, and shrimp at dinner time on our table. But we did have a full course meal with real dishes. And we were told that if we have a problem during the week, to hold on to it and then bring it on Sundays. And when you bring that problem to the dinner table on Sundays, we better have accumulated at least three possible solutions to our very own problem. And if we didn't have those three solutions floating at the table, then perhaps we should hold on to the problem. And it became kind of a fun thing. And then if we had some ideas, then they would contribute. Well, when I think about my parents' supper clubs back in the day, their fillets and in the 90s were like $14. And I was recently taken out to dinner here when COVID had lifted and I had my shot, and the filet was $40. I have memories back in the 70s when my parents had bars. Their Windsor Coke was 60 cents. And I had no idea. No one ordered a Windsor or anything, but Diet Coke that night was $2. So, of course, I passed. A 12 pack, however, at the gas station is $10. And so I did choose to give to this young woman's cancer fund. because I thought, you know, what's $20 when this person is in a battle for her life? So I just encourage all of you that have dinner. I think a hamburger today out to dinner is like $14. So I want us to think about other people's missions and what they have at their dinner table. And I think this is going to be one of my things on our Sunday Ding the Bell. Um, so my mission while in remission on Sundays is I'm going to try to pick one thing a week that I could possibly, that pops up on my wall if I find one. And I'm going to shine light on that mission. You know, when you have cancer, you know, I was on cancer drugs for about 17 years. It was my particular cell, and I wrote about it in the book. I am an author. And, you know, I just was very lucky that my cell was as rare as it was, and that Rochester, the Godchesters from Rochester, chose me to be on their particular studies. I just was, I guess it was rare enough to be able to be selected. Um, and I had a Robbie Ann that was able to keep me on the cutting edge as she was on the cutting edge. But when you are in remission, you always are being haunted by the march of cancer. And time is our biggest protagonist, but it is ultimately the winner of all, isn't it? So when you are sitting at your dinner table with the rocks of your life, listening to their ideas for your problems, remember they are on your side. And you know, I have learned over time, sometimes in hard lessons, how to see other people's ideas like bubbles. Because that's how I saw my ideas. I saw them all just floating above my head. And of course, you know, they look like balls. And balls have followed me everywhere. And balls have been very important in my life. Um, Basketball, volleyball, ballrooms. Don't even get me started about bowling balls. And I won't give you my ball list tonight. Um, Tonight, however, I have learned again how powerful a team is. I am building a team, and one of my team members is a ballerina, spelled Ball. That's enough. Okay. She is also my art coach and my artist. Today, she was also someone I finished a meeting with. And as she was dancing in my head long after I finished my meeting with her, I was catching her ideas like bubbles in the air. So I encourage all of us today to put our problems on the table with the rocks in our life, and some of them are on our teams. And they bring us ideas. But I find myself now listening to their ideas dancing in our heads. And I am catching their bubbles. And then I ponder them and I think and I remember how they do care for us. And they are investing in us. And they are in my corner. And they are fighting for me. And they have my best interest at heart. And I am going to catch their bubbles. And I'm going to leave my fly swatters. And I'm going to rest on Sundays and let their love soak in. And I just might become brighter because of their ideas. And I know I am tonight. And I know one thing that my mother taught me, and that I spent a lot of years with the gift and grace of God, that I was able to teach my son. And that was that when we give, we get. And someday I will coach the lesson with the rope. And tonight I know that last week when I saw Carissa's mission, and it just broke my heart. And when I gave freely, that I know that tonight I did give back, I got back. I think we can all give something to a fighter on this internet thing. Find someone on our wall that is fighting something. I'm reaching out now too, and I'm sure you are all way ahead of me. And I'm getting better every day. I want to thank you for letting me share my Sundays with you, and I'm becoming a preservationist, and it does take time. I've waited a long time to be here. I've written my son thousands of letters. You know, remission was a time, you know, I've been on and off very sick in my last uh, 19 years, and some of my days are better than others. And I hide it very well because I'm good at it. And my son knows, and my family knows, and my deepest friends know. And I think being from New York Mills, and I think having the rocks there, we have all learned how to buck up and go in for the win. And I'm just really proud of my history, and I'm proud of my bubbles and my ability to see the fun and to really work hard for the win. But when I see stories of people that have had these big fights ahead of them, I know how hard those fights are. And I'm just thankful for communities like Staples that let me be who I was and fought against me. They were some tough competitors. And by gosh, I did bring that baseball bat. And I did bring my fly swatter. And I duked it out with them. And we fought for that depot. And it was the fight of my life. And my parents thought I had lost my mind. And I almost lost my life. But I didn't give up. I pulled the Rocky, and I'm proud of it. But it wasn't always the smartest thing. Today I'm listening, and when that ballerina coach of mine brought up something I thought that was a little off the wall, I sat back today and I thought to myself, you know, she is a spiritual person that just threw me a curveball. And I thought, wow, she is magical. And she's going to do something for me that I just thought, you know, something? People just don't offer this stuff so deeply, do they? Well, she did. And it kind of just knocked me for a loop. And I'm listening to her, and she's going to help me. And it helped me deeply. And she's on my team, and she's in my corner. So sit at your dinner tables, and that person that you think is totally not in your corner or is throwing you a curveball just might be the one that is helping you the most. And today I'm listening, and today I learned a lot. Sundays are for those who dare. Be avant-garde, be rare. And for Pete's sake, remember me, number 33, and I do not know where my things are, but I know that you remember them. So thank you for tonight. Sincerely, Colleen.